Well, I'm going to try to be the only crypto YouTuber who keeps up with the important things in the crypto space, like respecting the pump, selling garbage smart contract developer courses, and of course my Bybit referral link. It's below. No, it's not. You know that ain't us. This is because it's time for Chico Crypto. So what's important in the space to me? Well, decentralization, working products and dApps, and a bright future for the both. But the future of decentralization and working dApps is at a crossing point in history. The world is moving digital. With crypto and blockchain the ideal solutions to fulfill the digital needs, scaling needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. But what is the effect of that on decentralization? Well, let us begin with Bitcoin scaling, because it's short and sweet. The Lightning Network had a solid 2020 after being stuck at around 10 million TVL throughout 2019. Just last week, it finally broke the 40 million mark in TVL. Now, centralization has become the major criticism of Bitcoin scaling, the Lightning Network. The Lightning Network uses Lightning nodes that route the transactions, but for these nodes to route, they need to have the capacity of Bitcoin held in that node, equal or above the value that is being transferred. Thus, rich high-balance nodes will get all the channels, centralizing Bitcoin as transactions go through only a certain number of high-value nodes. So since the growth of Lightning from 2019 to today, has it become more decentralized or centralized? Well, the latter, more centralized. What could you mean, Tyler? As going to Bitcoin visuals, the number of Lightning nodes and channels has been growing and increasing. How has it gotten more centralized? Well, back in 2019, we can use the Wayback Machine to check out the top capacity Lightning Network nodes on 1ML. The top 10 nodes added together based on their capacity controlled about 30%, with the top capacity node single-handedly only controlling about 3.4%. What does this look like today? Well, the top 10 nodes control now over 45% of total capacity, with the top node single-handedly controlling over 11.3%. It has gotten more centralized in the past year as network growth and total capacity has increased, which some Lightning proponents said wouldn't happen. Well, the proof is in the data. So layer 2 with BTC is getting more centralized than its underlying layer 1 counterpart. What about the specific applications built on top of the Lightning Network called dAPPs, its version of dApps? Well, all time there are some built, wallets, payments, channels, a swapper, and others, but they're so limited in use and very, very basic. But is a second wave of dApps coming? And Alex Bosworth on Twitter tweeted about a new Lightning dAPP for paid file sharing coming out of MIT and said, "Is there a second wave of dApps coming?" From my perspective, so far we've only seen the tiniest tip of the iceberg of what's possible to build on the LN. And it is true, BottlePay, one of the top OG dApps, is re-envisioning itself, creating a new consumer gateway to the Bitcoin Lightning Network. Then there's Breeze, a point-of-sale technology for both merchants and consumers. And then the Fold app. It's a rewards app which lets users earn Bitcoin from the Lightning Network for shopping through it. Even having a Visa card allowed in the US, rewarding you for physical spends. And a remittance solution is coming called Strike, which utilizes a Lightning Network to speed it up. But even with this second wave, the applications are limited to just payments. Once again, there isn't much DeFi that can be done on top of Lightning, unless you get even more centralized. Yeah, complex dApps are ready to go for BTC. CoinDesk covered it in July. Why this dev built a centralized Ethereum on top of Bitcoin's Lightning Network. And yeah, it's fully centralized. As seen from the article, the creator has full control. And then going to the website, it says, for building fully centralized applications with smart contracts, but utilizing the Lightning Network for just the payment side. Will these work? Will these gain adoption? Well, network effect, it's huge, and Bitcoin apps haven't seen much adoption because they haven't existed, while Ethereum and their dApps have been going strong for years. And in my opinion, Etleneum is the Bitcoin Lightning community just bending the knee to Ether. matter. Because Ethereum dApps are built and being used. dApp Radar's end of the year report showed that. It says in the report, throughout 2020, 95% of transaction volume belonged to Ethereum compared with all other blockchains. And this is due to 99% of transaction volume flowing into the DeFi category, of which Ethereum controls. Yet the Bitcoiners will laugh at Ethereum right now and say most of those dApps are unusable because of the high transaction fees, which isn't untrue. The fees have bubbled and outdone the CryptoKitty days back in 2017 as more of these dApps come online. Most Ethereum dApps have come to a standstill unless it's a swapper or exchange being powered by the whales. Except only a couple of dApps which use both Ethereum and a certain scaling solution. So you can use the future of crypto right now. So what are these usable dApps? Well, one is a game called Dark Forest, and it bases itself off the concept of a dark forest, an environment in which detection means certain death at the hands of advanced predators. In this environment, publicly identifying someone else's location is as good as directly destroying them. Dark Forest is a space exploration game of hide and seek, an honestly fun game that is only possible thanks to their use of zero-knowledge proofs, ZKPs. HackerNoon covered the initial beta 6 months ago in an article titled Zero-Knowledge Proofs, Adventures in the Dark Forest. In it, they explain the fog of war, the thing that hides the players and their moves, which is enabled through ZKPs. But the article explains back in the beta, it could have had a problem. The ZKP verification on the mainnet would have cost over 7,000 Ether for only 1 week of play, but luckily it was done on the Ropsten testnet. And HackerNoon also said this, but the incident highlighted an important problem with Ethereum. How can the network support such frantic activity when Dark Forest is just one of its many applications? And in this matter, zero-knowledge proofs provide the answer yet again. Yes, back in August, developers were looking at zero-knowledge rollups to scale Dark Forest. Loopring was even mentioned. Yet where did Dark Forest go after this beta on the Ethereum Ropsten testnet? Well, in October, they announced version 0.4 of the game, and in bullet 3, the team said, better test network. We're using the xDai stake network for Dark Forest version 0.4. The xDai stake network is an L2 staging network with higher transaction throughput rate and lower reorg frequency compared to Ropsten. It also allows us to start loading small amounts of real economic value into the game. And then in this FAQ about V4, they explain why they are using xDai. We ran previous rounds of Dark Forest on the Ropsten test network. Due to long reorgs and less reliable block times, we're experimenting with the xDai network. It will be a while before Dark Forest is available to play on the mainnet. xDai was a better test network than Ethereum's own test network, and now xDai finally allows real economic value into the game. Such stage, such wow. So why didn't they go with ZK rollups? Well, it wasn't ready and couldn't handle all the smart contracts. Why didn't they go with optimistic rollups? Well, it wasn't ready and it couldn't handle all the smart contracts. Why didn't Dark Forest go with any other scaling solution or layer 2? Well, I already answered it. It wasn't ready and it couldn't handle all the smart contracts. Like pushing out this batch of transactions in-game and having it instantly go through. Let's watch now.
Today we wrote 2 plugins in the past 2 days. So the first plugin is an automatic planet expander, and I'll just run that now, might as well. And it should be calculating moves to expand to other planets. Would have been really helpful if I had this in the beginning of the game. Oh, now it's asking me to confirm. I'm going to confirm it and I'm going to approve it automatically for 24 hours. And, all right, submitting transactions, confirmed. Everything's looking dandy.
So what else is usable not being held back by scaling today, putting out jaw-dropping stats in terms of both volume and fees? That is the Perpetual Protocol, and because of its performance, the price isn't doing too bad since I called this was going to be big with this video. Open your eyes, alt season is here. And since that December vid, Perp has went from under $1 to pushing towards the $5 mark. Yeehaw! Now Perp is just that, a decentralized perpetual protocol, and their app is as smooth as butter. US users are not allowed to use it, and using a VPN will break their terms of service, so don't do it. But how it works is oh so excellent from someone outside of the US. As we can see, they take care of all the L2 xDai stuff behind the scenes. Depositing to L2 is simple. You are at the whim of the high transaction fees there to L2 as seen from the deposit, but it happens quick. Once USDC is in the wallet, it's easy to put in a margin position. And the fee, oh so low, only 16 cents for this trade. And then withdrawing, simple and easy too, feeless. And you can do any amount, even something as low as $3, 3 USDC. So the big question is, are you ready to scale? The options are there for users and developers. You just gotta know where to look, and I'm helping you. Cheers, I'll see you next time.